traders and investors alike were green yesterday. Have a lot to cover. Do want to mention that yesterday, right from market open, we seen heavy bearish flow throughout the day. 60 to 65% of the market was bearish for the whole day. Like I said, when we opened up and we ranged, we seen massive heavy put flow coming in, and then to get that drop of the Apple news, we got the news just in time to catch the drop. Just really worked out nicely.
Futures getting a little pop here.
Charlie with a market update. So let's get to some charts. I've added a few charts that I meant to do a list on Sunday and didn't get around to it. So we got AMC, got a perfect flag break here, flagging into the 9, just textbook coming out of a wedge, just textbook move there. Crude ended up taking this bear flag out, pushed up into the 20 on the daily, so that's the area to watch. Crude could be trying to push here. I do see ExxonMobil up this morning on the scanner. Bitcoin, we are still under this 200 now. The 9's bearing down on it, so that is a trouble area. Bitcoin needs to get above that 9 and that 200. I'd like to have seen it clear the 200 before the 9 got down there. If it doesn't, then most likely the 9 is going to push us down. 99 on the put to call ratio. To me, it's bearish, neutral. Some would say still neutral. To me, it's in the bearish range. This is the oscillators for the Nasdaq. We are neutral, 63. Plenty of room to go in either direction. 54 for the New York Stock Exchange. The dollar is pulling back. VIX pushed up yesterday. This is one of the things that we've seen at market open. We've seen a divergence between the VIX and the market. So what we seen yesterday was really no surprise. It was nice having the news, but it was really no surprise. So we're still under the 9 here. We did push up yesterday right into the 9, the 200 support, the 9's resistance. You can see the 15-minute chart right into the 200 here on the 15. Put in a little cup here. For granted, we did gap up here. This only prints the market hours, and VIX trades 24. You can see here yesterday where we gapped up. We ended up pulling back after market open. When the market was pushing, the VIX started to cool off. Then when the market started to pull back, the VIX started to spike. So it started to act better after the initial open there. American Airlines, put this one on here. These have been trying to recover. I mean, I'm not a big fan of the airlines, but you have higher highs, higher lows. It is in an uptrend. The 200 here is resistance. We pulled back yesterday. Could have pulled back with the market. It's definitely one to keep an eye on. And the airlines in general. Apple. Apple's been trying to push up. It's broken out of this downtrend here. Pushed up, put a small base, small flag, moving up off the 50. Took the day off yesterday on bad news. It's hard to say what these earnings are going to bring. We can tell that bad news is still going to affect the market. AMD, this is trying to put in some would say a little rounded bottom down here, but to me it's just in an uptrend, or you could call it working on a possible W pattern here. I can see a move up to the 50. NVIDIA stronger. I do believe NVIDIA almost got the 50 yesterday. AMD was not quite as strong. AFRM, there was times yesterday AFRM was showing some strength, and you can see here it pushed up into the Bollinger Bands, which is resistance. Not seeing the bands even try to open up here. I would like to see the bands open up for the price action. The 9's on its way up. It has broken out of that wedge finally, so maybe it can move up. They've been coming after some of these beaten down names. You can see a firm's 15-minute here. It pushed, pulled back, pushed, and pulled back. But, trends like that, they pay. That's actually a nice chart for a day trader. All right, so you got AMC here, pushed, pulled back, same thing, pushed. So you can make money there, you can make money there, you can make money back up again. I mean, day trading is just opportunities with the right strikes. The opportunities are endless. You don't need all day to sit in front of a computer. You know, if you can get a half an hour a day, you know, we can show you some setups. Possibly there's a good chance that you can find a setup to trade, you know, while you're on your lunch break. AMD, nice push here, and Apple news come out. We pull back. We want to see that a lot. Amazon, we finally got up out of this wedge yesterday, and then we pulled back to test it. Apple, you can see right here, we pulled back. You can see it's trying to push up this morning, though. We are up. Boeing pulled back yesterday. This chart's been showing some strength. Kind of needs to hang out for a day, let that 9 catch up. Beyond Meat, this is another chart I've been watching. So we got this flag here, and we got this push up, expecting it to put in a day or two inside day here, let this 9 to catch up, and maybe this can push up. Putting in like a little rounded bottom down here. Some would call this a saucer pattern. Just a little rounded bottom down there. Trying to put in a bottom. Bitcoin, you know, we still got this 9 on the daily. Nice push yesterday, but we got to get above that 200. Boeing deliveries, big gap up, and this actually kind of gapped twice. It gapped up in after hours and then pulled back in pre-market and then pushed again. Tried to push it open and got snatched back. We actually said yesterday that there's a good chance that one would pull back because it had moved $6 and its average true range was just about $6 in that same range. So it pretty much put its move in. So kind of expecting that one to pull back. Coal stock's been trying to show some strength in the energy sector. They're trying to recover. Got BTU putting in this base here. So we're back above the 9 and 20 here. Got to get above this 50, and maybe this can push up. They're definitely showing some strength versus a lot of the other energy names. Got Arch as well, ARCH. Chewy still very price action is getting very tight. There's a move coming in this one, so you got this cup. So it's basically putting in a handle here. Letting the 9 catch up. The 9's there. This price action's tight. Some big resistance here. If this thing pops, if the bulls can stay in control or take back control, this thing could probably pop. Move up to the 200 would be easy. Getting above the 200 on volume, I can see that if the bulls come in and take control. Too many more days basically like this, I'm going to be looking for a move down. MACD is just, still a chance we could pinch here and move up. MACD's possibly getting a little iffy. You can see it's been trading very tight the last few days. This one's CPNG. I'm still bullish on this one. I had it in the video a couple weeks ago. We got a push off coming out of this pattern. We got that push. Come back in, flag to the 9, put in a little base here, taking a break. And now it looks like it's ready to push back up, respecting the 9 here. This 9 hopefully is what I'm looking to see, is this 9 push this rate up. Not seeing a big widespread there, but we are getting a pinch. I would like to see more in this histogram. I would like to see more in that mouth, but there's a good chance that we can push up here. If we do push, I would look for, possibly the 200. I would definitely watch this volume bar in this area, probably your 19 area first. Dollar Tree, I'm still bullish on this. This 9's coming up right there. This wants to take out this resistance level, and if it does, it's going to want to push. I would watch that resistance. You can see we got resistance marked right here. Watch that area for resistance, but you have room to make money in between those levels. That's what we're looking for with options. We don't need a lot of room. We just need, a decent delta, a couple $dollars move. You can make money. It doesn't, you don't have to have 25% run the way we're trading. You can come in here and make 25% on a candle. Not a whole day, but on the right asset with the right move, you can make 25% on something like the SPY on one candle on one big move. So you got ExxonMobil here. ExxonMobil's up this morning. I'm not sure why. I see it on the scanner. GME finally broke above that 200. That one's worth watching. You can see here, this is breaking above the 200 right here, and push yesterday. Had a decent day. Didn't get it all drugged down with the market. This is the Qs. This is that bottom ascending triangle. And remember, this is at the fib level. We showed that yesterday in the recap video. That video is worth watching if you didn't see that.
Apple, Russia's Federal Anti-Monopoly Service ruled that Apple violated antitrust laws.
Those are nothing. I wouldn't sweat that. So we got the Qs here, and really, if you look at this 15-minute chart, you got this cup here. It's not perfect, but we're coming right back to the same level. The 294 level. We have the fib level. It's right to our fib level, and you got this cup here putting in a handle. Can we push back up? That's the question. These earnings are going to weigh on the market. Here's the Qs once again, trying to get back above this 9 here. So we struggled to get above it last week and just got snatched back down. So we are back below the 9 there. You got the bonds in this little symmetrical triangle. Just got this little triangle here. It's bouncing around. See if the TLT can break out of that. That's not textbook or nothing. Just drawing some lines. IWM. So you got this you're holding your 200, but you got your 9 here for resistance. Looks like we're still above the 200. We're definitely testing it. Really tight there. You can see we pushed into this 9 yesterday and got snatched back. This is the 15-minute chart. You can see we kind of pushed here. So the SPY or the IWM was stronger than the Qs and the SPY at open. This is Moderna, or no, I'm sorry, this is Mara. Nice push on this one as well on volume. We've been seeing volume. It's one of the things we talk about daily, every day Bitcoin pushing. We're watching these. A few of the members like to trade these, so we always have a miner, somebody watching the miners and somebody ready to call the miners out. Just had a really good volume coming into these. Met the check coin as well. That's another one that we've been calling. Due to coin is a little bit bigger, so it moves a little more for the traders who are looking for a bigger range to make more money within that range. MRO, nice push. Looks like we're trying to get above all this area down here. You can see at one point in time it was trying to push really hard yesterday, and then got pulled back again. Looked like a wild ride in there yesterday. I didn't check on that chart yesterday. Meta. So I left this monthly chart in here. So you can see we're trading in this wedge. I zoomed it out a little bit so you can get a better look. We've been just looking at the wedge. I just wanted to show that this falling wedge here. And we are at the top of it testing. Now, earnings is going to weigh a lot. But if you look, we are trying to push back up into this wedge. We just happen to have the 9 coming down on the weekly. And so if we can't, push up and get above that 9, especially coming into earnings, Facebook could be taking another big leg down. And we'll have to see. I mean, earnings are going to have a lot to do with it. Hopefully they can start turning some things around. They've had several bad earnings in a row here, so hopefully they can start turning things around. For day traders, we're loving it. The intraday movements in here, it's great, but for the investors, it's a little different story. You see, we got a move at open, a big push at open, then a pullback. That was 2 nice scalpable moves right there. So when I see stuff like that, it's just, I just think of dollar signs. Coming up here, you put a tower top in on the 15, like a volcano getting ready to erupt. You're heading down. Microsoft, so we're down here back under these major moving averages now. Big pullback yesterday. Them announcing that news of their laying off. The market's not liking it. So you got Microsoft here. You can see the big pullback on the Apple news as well. It looks like it's recovering in pre-market as well. Moderna, I like this one. It pushed up. I really did. This was a nice move up. We caught this. This was hosted in a Sunday video, and we caught this nice 21% move. Now it's pulled back, got open below the 9, pushed up, tested 9, down below the 9. So this kind of looks like, we see the same setup every day, and we open. So one thing about this group, we spend a lot of time on the 1 and 5s, and I'm trying to do the videos and letting you guys see the monthlies, the dailies, and the 15 minutes, just trying to keep everybody on multiple time frames. So, and you guys know that we see the same setup right here on the 5 all the time, and we're going in short on this setup. So let's keep an eye on Moderna. We could definitely see some. It could go either way, but we could definitely see some downside coming on that one. Third candle. All right, so MRO here, we pushed up. We are above the 9 and 200 here. 20's bearing down on it. It's been a lot of tight price action there. That was a really big mover. So we've been seeing flow come in. Once again, yesterday we seen flow come in on the cruise lines heavy. We would see it on the airlines quite a bit as well. Got this big pullback here, got this big downtrend where, it was getting extended here, come back up, retest it, getting extended down here. Anyway, we've taken this out now. Yesterday was the first day we've taken it out. We did pull back, but the whole market pulled back. So let's keep an eye on them. They're getting out of these downtrends. We are seeing some rotations in this market, and let's follow the money. So we got a nice push here on Oxy. Put in a tweezer top here and pull back on the 15. I still, Oxy's one of the better looking energy charts here. Obviously, Uncle Warren, but if we can get above this 50 here, I still think Oxy has a chance to push. Them tight candles tell me there's a move coming. Uncle Warren keeps piling in. There's a good chance it's going to go up. All right, so Palantir just been chopping around really. We're back to this 50 here. We need to get above this 9 and 20 to push, or we lose the 50 for some downside. The MACD's rolling. Maybe we got some downside coming in it. I just like to see it break out of them bases and give us some moves. So Palantir, you can see pushed up into resistance, got rejected, resistance, got rejected. Not that big of a deal going on there. QCOM. So I think we said yesterday or over the weekend that needs an inside day or two. Let the 9 catch up. Roblox, this is still a nice looking chart. We talked about this last week. Got this flag here. We broke above this resistance level, which is now support. Come down. We retested that. We're back above the 9. So we tested, pushed up, retested. It's time to push up. Hopefully we can put in a higher high here, and then we can continue in an uptrend. I like the chart. Salesforce right back into the moving averages. Still got that wedge there. Could possibly still be in the wedge. I'd like to see another day on that. Just push yesterday, big pullback. It's good that a lot of them filled the gaps. So we have enough gaps on the charts, at least that they pulled back, they filled their own gaps. SOFI, so this is up this morning. Look at this big candle right into the resistance, above your 200, right into resistance there. Look, watch your chart. Look at your low spot from yesterday right in this area. You're right back into it right there. If you're thinking about trading SOFI today, make sure you have that line on your chart so you know where it's at. Let's get this, SOFI on the daily. Once again, we got this 50 here. That's a level. We need to note that 50 on your daily. It's a good chance. They're starting to come for AFRM, SOFI, Upstart, Square. They've been coming after them. SPY, we're still below that 9 on the weekly. That we said we've been talking about that for 2 weeks, saying that's going to be a wall when we get to it. We need to clear that level to move up. Everybody's super bullish on this market all of a sudden, and we haven't even cleared major levels yet. I do think there's some rotations in the market, but that doesn't mean the market needs to go up neither. So you can see the SPY here. The SPY is actually downtrending. So, there's a big difference between the Qs. The Qs looks a lot more bullish than the SPY. The SPY is actually in a slight downtrend there. And you can see we pushed up. So I can see 389.35 here. We did get a little bit higher than that in that daily or The weekly 9 is 389.25. So we were able to take it out and got snatched right back down into it. Tesla, this is Tesla's weekly. We are holding this 9 on the weekly. You know, we are still putting in higher lows here. You know, not from here, but when you start looking as we're going up, we're starting to getting higher highs. Barely, but this is trying to continue to uptrend. I would like to see more movement out of it. Of course, I would like to get $50, $60 days, $70 days come into it. That would be great. We're definitely, I watch it every day. You guys know that. Probably get tired of hearing about it sometimes. 730 is a level to watch here. Basically, your 50 right here on your 15. It's a little above 730. Upstart pushed right back in that 9. They've been coming for these a little bit. You can see they've been pushing it up, letting it drift back, pushing it up. And yesterday, the whole market pulled back, but I called it a couple times at open yesterday. Vonage, I just wanted to point this out. We're putting in this island top up here. If you guys remember, right before market open, we see massive dark pools coming in for this. Now, those dark pools for Vonage is not like a dark pool for Apple. So, but seeing repeat activity come in like that, and then we've gapped up ever since. That was last week. So it's just worth keeping an eye on it. I don't know if it's an option stock or not. I don't know if I've ever traded options on it. I used to swing it a long time ago. Wells Fargo, we tried to push up into this wedge here and the 50 there and got rejected. You can see pushed it open and then just cooled right back off. Still digesting some of that big move from last Friday. ExxonMobil right into the 20 here. Like I say, we're up this morning, so we have gapped up over top that 20. Zim pushed yesterday. This chart's looking pretty decent here. We bounced off the support, come in, put a base, chopped up, and it's pushing up. It's not a bad looking chart here. I can see it getting to this 200. Hopefully we can push up there to put in to get a new trend going this way, get some newer higher highs and higher lows going this way. But the chart looks good there. Trying to turn, like I say, we're seeing some rotations back to AMC. Sorry for the long video. Just wanted to get some extra charts in there. This concludes our video for today. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the trading room.